$WARD nigga. NAYIMED.
Welcome to the channel. My name is Nayim. I am your host. Remember, our first live stream is going to be on Sunday. You will know Friday what time. And submit questions via Instagram or the comment section for Q&A, which will be tomorrow. Now, I saw Ebro made comments that labels are going to prioritize Afrobeats, going to prioritize African artists. United States hip-hop artists are through. Hip-hop artists and rap artists are not on the menu no more. They're not trying to sign no more rap artists, right? And then, not only just that, I see a lot of people talking about, oh, rap is over, rap is finished, it's not this, it's not that. Before I say what I gotta say about that, people have become too comfortable demonizing shit that they helped destroy. We're gonna just go ahead and just go directly to the point with this. Ebro is part of the problem, along with everybody else who decided that they were going to prioritize taking money under the table, because it is illegal to take money to play songs, but we know that they don't give no fuck about taking money to play no songs, because that's how they get paid, because that rinky-dink ass salary that the station pay them is not even enough to make sure that the fucking lights stay on where they live at. So we know that you motherfuckers take money, just not for the radio, but you take money for playlists. This is how these motherfucking places like Spotify keep the lights on as well, because you got to pay all the money out that you get back from these subscriptions, so you don't have no money to put in your pocket. So how do we make money from, and how do they make money? I'm gonna complete the thought. How do they make money outside of subscriptions and all these other things? I can charge your label $100,000 for a month to be number one on this playlist slot. I can charge mainstream labels and mainstream artists to push and advertise and force feed people bullshit that they would have not normally selected themselves. These people are called program directors. And what a program director does, back in the day, people used to have to select what was going on. And even though we know that was pretty much bullshit too, because they could sneak in whatever they want to. But back in the day, when you actually had to go outside and actually had to interact with people and actually had to be able to have and embody all the star quality characteristics and traits that would make it so people would actually love you, there was no denying that. People either loved you or they didn't. Now, because we don't have to do all of that no more, and you can just get straight up here and you can just do whatever, and then they want to give it to you like some type of mystery, like this person's really working or whatever, by not having artists and shit be able to interact and talk to people or whatever. So they try to make it seem like it's something mysterious about them, when it's in real life, just like ESTG, these people are piss poor communicators. Y'all prioritize still sticking these people out in the front and still making it so these people was being they're programming people to like bullshit that they don't want to, they don't want to be a part of. They wouldn't normally pick that on their own. It's one thing where it's just like it's good, and we're going to repeat, because that's what advertisement is. But it's a whole nother thing when you're deliberately selecting the most untalented, degenerate, the least educated, and all of this shit. And because you prioritize taking money instead of preserving the culture that you claim you love, that you claim, oh, it paid my bills, oh, it changed my life and all of this shit, instead of prioritizing putting people who actually know how to do things and play instruments and do shit in the front, you just listen to the people who was above you, whose agenda was to destroy it anyway. Because see, the easiest way to destroy this rap culture, and the easiest way is, I'm going to make it so when regular people start participating, I'm going to make it so when regular people start engaging with it, it's destructive. It's having immediate consequences. Everybody gets killed. Everybody goes to jail. Everybody gets injured. Motherfuckers ain't trying to come out there because ain't nobody trying to be with that ruckus and that fucking chaos. The reputation gets destroyed. The reputation gets, it gets disintegrated so bad that when it's actually time to engage, And then when it's actually time to engage, people ain't trying to engage with that. And you stack that with no talent, and you stack that with piss poor communication, and you stack that with people who don't know what the fuck they're doing in the year of our Lord. They tell you, they want to tell you all of a sudden, oh, we're not prioritizing you after you prioritize not finding out who was going to be able to have longevity and make good music to fit. Because make no mistake about this, mainstream rap is the only rap that's suffering. People who are not mainstream and people who are not signed are not suffering. Gangster rappers are suffering. Those street rappers and shit, if they're too street, they're suffering. People who do other genres and other types and rap about other things and do other type of things are not suffering. There's a whole different economy and it's a whole different world out there where, especially now in this day and age, where a motherfucker will really be talentless as fuck, act like a prima donna, have to live up to everything they say. They're not going to have the same, even if they are mainstream, and it's crazy to say this, but they're not going to have that same opportunity as the person who will take less money, has more talent, and can work faster and better, and doesn't have to jump through all those hoops. Ebro is the problem. You disrespect people who you were disrespecting, people who came up there who, it's funny with Ebro. He disrespected Uzi and Kodak and Yachty, and he disrespected all of those new people who was coming up there instead of doing what he was supposed to do, which was try to bridge the gap between the older people and the newer people. But you wasn't even bridging the gap. But not just you wasn't bridging the gap, you decided that I'm going to disrespect you, push you away, and push you towards the people that you don't like. So Kodaks and Yachty's and Uzis get pushed towards people like academics who they may or they may not know anything about music or whatever, or journalism or whatever the fuck people want to put the name up there. You push them towards those people, but also all you are is a mouthpiece for disrespecting people you don't like, accompanied with you don't have no choice but to play their music. You don't have no choice but to interact with them and engage with them, but you're not giving the people that you claim to hold in such high regard, you're not giving them no chances and no opportunities to be able to further the longevity of whatever they had started. You are the problem. When you are willing to take money instead of doing what's right, you are the fucking problem. It's no other way to say that. The program director, the record label saying you got a hot song on TikTok, not knowing if you know how to communicate, write music, do music, pick teams, advertise, put together anything, what your education level is, any of that, prioritizing the image instead of making the image. Y'all remember, if you old enough to remember, or you go back and you look, motherfuckers wasn't just able to just come out as soon as they was discovered. Motherfuckers will have to go through such rigorous trainings, such rigorous things where motherfuckers was made into stars. And that's why those people can still go, and people, even people who don't know them, will find some type of interest in them or discover them, and they will still be able to have a career today. Now it's just, how much money can I get in the short term? You chase the quick flip. The program director chased the quick flip. The label chased the quick flip. And now that they realize that people ain't really feeling that shit no more, and people are leaning more towards people who know how to do shit, leaning more towards people who know how to communicate, leaning more towards people who want to actually do good and sustain this and not put people in danger and not be so fucking obtuse or acute that everything just goes up in fucking smoke. That's when you motherfuckers want to decide, oh, I don't want no parts of it now. I don't want nothing to do with it now. It's just too crazy. Y'all decided that y'all want to do this, but it's just like, shame on you. You are fucking, y'all are dweebs as fuck. Like, to criticize something that you deliberately destroyed. And it's bigger than just, oh, the hip hop, because the hip hop is y'all, the drill rap is what killed it, whatever. No, you can't just start there, motherfucker. Niggas wasn't, if drill rap, if LL Cool J style rap was cool right now and got all the attention and got all the praise, that's what motherfuckers would be doing. Motherfuckers wouldn't be doing drill rap if y'all didn't prioritize it and make it cool and say you will be instantly rewarded. Because you know these people dumb as fuck and they're chasing something because they're already coming from poverty. They're already coming from situations where they don't know anything. They're not educated. They don't know shit. They have no intelligence. All intelligence is information that can help you get to whatever the objective is. But these people had 100-year plan to get rid of hip hop from the fucking start. Because I told y'all before that music is the barometer of what's going on in the culture. So now that they see people on the street, and I'm talking about us, regular people who walk the street every day, we are rejecting that bullshit because it's just spilling into our lives. You can't walk the street no more. You a fucking innocent victim of a crime that you have no prior history or knowledge or attachment to. People are rejecting that bullshit, and now they want to come out and act like they're doing something or doing niggas a favor by saying we not prioritizing and signing no rap. And I'm gonna wrap up on this point. I think it's good that they're not signing nobody. Even though they're the reason that motherfuckers is in this situation now, I think it's good that they're not going to prioritize nobody no more, because we have to take the music back to the street. And when I say take the music back to the street, I mean actually going outside, actually interacting with people, actually making yourself into an art, like a full, well-rounded artist. No more staying in the house. No more being socially awkward. No more being a fucking dweeb, a fucking loser, running your fucking mouth on the internet to never ever be seen, never show your face, never say nothing, never, bring any value to that. We want to see, can niggas actually go outside and make something happen? Can niggas actually go stand and pass out and sell their music and sell whatever the fuck they selling on their own? What do these people bring? Let's take it back to let's see who know what the fuck they talking about. Because it's a lot of this, and it's easy to do a lot of this when you never have to walk into the real world. You never have anything, you never talk about anything that can be applied into the real world. Like I always say, if I tell you something, go do it and come back. If I tell you something, if you call me and I tell you to do something, go do it, then you call me back. And we can do that in front of everybody all motherfucking day, because I'm not going to tell you nothing that you can't go out there and apply to your real situation and it don't work. Like, we don't need these people, bro. We come from the ilks of, well, when I was born and shit, we come from the ilks of Texas really laid out them blueprints on how to do this shit on your own as an independent artist. I'm talking Chamillionaire and UGK and Slim Thugs and Paul Walls, and we come from that. We come from Atlanta. Them people saying the South got something to say, and people just saying, making their own culture up. Them people is losing grip and losing grasp because those other places that heavily relied on being signed by somebody, discovered by somebody or whatever, them people, they're obsolete at this point. They don't fucking matter no more, because anybody can be discovered and anybody can be whatever on the internet, and the internet is just a tool. We needed to go back to us having our own shit. What the fuck purpose is it making a bunch of music and you only getting 0.5% of some shit that you worked your whole life and busted your ass to create, to give everything away? We don't need these motherfuckers. We do not need them. It's over. The floodgate is open. The guard is dead. We do not need them. And we need to take it back so we own our shit instead of giving everything away, giving our children's birthright away to these motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about nothing but themselves and perpetuating they shit. And them motherfuckers over in Africa, you stupid as hell if you let them use you and drain your sound, which is from here. It's just you just sampling what we got going on over here. Niggas is not creating nothing original or nothing like that. It's these niggas over here, the rappers over here, the artists over here. They too goddamn smart now. They know how to do it on their own. They know about publishing. They know about masters. They know the difference. They know they sound exchange. They know how to get every dollar they can. They don't need us to tour because they can just go online and see the shit on their own. So let me just hop to another country and hop to another genre and put them up and make them whatever, so we can continue to drain the money and we can continue to steal from the cultures there. That's all this shit is. It's just like, again, motherfuckers who destroyed this shit is too comfortable criticizing what they helped destroy. What they created, the ecosystem they created to destroy the real society, and then they pull out and try to act like, oh yeah, nah, it's just too much of a liability. Bullshit, the Baker man. Fuck that. Alright, I'll leave it right there. Fuck Ebro, fuck all that bullshit. Submit your questions if you got any type of questions for Q&A tomorrow. I'm gonna pick one and we'll go that way. I'll holla at you.
Nayimedward $, nigga. Nayime.